And again, where is my flashlight? Where is my flashlight? By the way, a really cool thing is to have a card. There is a shooting card that I got. Really nice. Lots of props, all stuff. It's on the wheels. It's easy to have stuff, next to your shooting table. So let me see where this is the top, and we have a gap somewhere here. Somewhere here is where we see that gap. So let me try to reposition it a little bit. And try to find the better way to make it look good for us. Okay. Okay, let's do a shot. The light behind the diffuser not on the right place, but it's okay. Nice. Almost nice. Just a little bit. Okay. Where is this coming from? Okay. So I lowered it. You see how much time it took me to readjust thing back? I kind of did this torture to myself and a little bit to you, just to show you, the real process. Because in most cases, when you see the tutorial, everything is already preset. Photographer just moves stuff, and it's like boom, boom, boom. I try to teach you different. I try to give you the real workflow, the real struggles, real issues. So you see we played, now we got nice reflection, bright reflection, direct reflection from our diffuser over here, and then this is nice reflection from the shooting table. Okay, and actually it explains why those two gradients are in opposite direction. The top gradient from bright to dark, and then the bottom gradient from bright to dark, but it's in opposite direction because there is one more mirror for the lower one, so it flips it. Every time it gets reflected, it flips. Otherwise, it will be same direction for the gradients, right? So it's kind of cool. And about being glossy, you see, this looks glossy. This looks glossy because we have bright and have dark areas. There is a groove on this side. So it's pretty cool. It looks glossy and nice. And we also have some gradient here with some divider. Actually, there is a divider between direct reflection and reflection from a table. Even color temperature is a little bit different. Of course, because table, it's a black plexiglass, it kind of changed the color temperature of the reflected light a little bit, okay? And to fix it, for this subject it's kind of easy because the subject is basically black and white. There is no other colors on it. It's either glossy metal, chrome polished, or black plastic. So we can almost turn it to black and white on the post-production. Okay. Now, let's work on other part, on this side. And there is a flat surface looking right directly to us, and it should be a reflection somewhere on this side. So let me switch to this, so you'll see a little bit more of what's going on. And again, I have spotlight source here, and the idea is to highlight the front of it with it, okay? Light number 2, I'm turning on light number 2, putting relatively low power to it, 200 watt second comparing to 1600 on the back, and 800 watt second on that light. So when I do this, we have this spot on. Interesting sounds from broncolor. I don't know why, but sometimes it happens. So you see, we got nice reflection. This is actually the glass. This part of the subject, it's a glass. Okay, it's a plexiglass, and because it has like zigzag type of thing, direct light highlights it. And again, behind it, there is a chamber for coffee buckets, whatever, which goes there. So it has it reflects light from the back, and we see it. We start seeing it, right? Oh, you didn't see it. Come on. I'm sorry. So it was like this, and then we added one more light. It gets here, right? I was talking about this area, which has lights, refracted, reflected, direct light. And we also, if you see the difference, has some reflection here. All is nice, but this piece which we try to highlight, we get only one little piece highlighted. This corner. And again, it's chrome. There is no way we can get large reflection from the spotlight. So, same thing. We want to put a diffuser between this light and our subject, right? So let me do the diffuser. Let me add the diffuser. And we are using this collapsible collapsible screen with Savage plastic. Same screens. It's much, it's really easy to position them. Let me show you how it looks like. You see on this connector to C-stand, which can be rotated, and the screen looks like this. Okay, the screen looks like this. It's kind of cool. So let me put it back. And again, I want to see, to make sure that it's on the right place to get reflection from it. Okay, let me show you what is going on. Here we go. We start getting some interesting reflection, gradient reflection, nice and smooth gradient reflection on this part. And you see why it happens, right? Because we have a spot. We have a spot relatively close. It's 20-degree honeycomb grid. So it's small spot, and the rest is not really highlighted, and somewhere corner of the spot gets reflected on this piece. We can always move it a little bit. Let's say if you move it closer, we probably will get brighter spot. You see the difference, right? From this to this, we're getting brighter spots here, and it kind of look nice. Again, it shows us that it's glossy because there is dark parts. And here and here, kind of nice. Okay. So we fixed this part. Not maybe completely, but it looks interesting. Now what next? What can we do next? If you look at top of this, you see that there is buttons. They kind of relatively visible, and there is some some openings on top, probably for steam and to heat to be released. And it doesn't really look well. It's just a little bit looking. I want to, because we showcasing the product, right? We showcasing product, and I want to make sure that it's quite visible and kind of put some little bit attention to it. And this is black plastic. It's not glossy, it's not matte, it's kind of semi-matte. But still, how do we highlight non-glossy stuff? Spotlight, right? Spotlight. Where reflection from top of our coffee maker will be coming from? From somewhere upper portion of our shooting area, right? So I have another light for this. I have another light, this one. Alrighty, this is a spot, pulsar spot. I'm going to turn it on. Light number 3, let me turn it on. And I need to make sure that it highlights the top of our subject, okay? And let's do a shot and see what will happen. Okay, so from this we went to this. I was talking about those openings, that grooves. You see, it wasn't really visible. Now it's much better visible. Plus the buttons looks much better, right? And now we even see more of this area because the light hits directly. We don't see much of reflection from it on the glossy parts. If you will look, you will see that there is some highlights over here comparing to shot without it. Maybe only this spot doesn't look really nice, but it's not a problem. Again, in Photoshop, couple clicks. Otherwise, other stuff looks nice, okay? So it gets better and better. Now we almost got nice shot of our coffee maker, but the final shot should be coffee maker with coffee, okay?